Good morning, guys. So we have another little mod we're going to do to Challenger. This is kind of a quirky issue that some have, some don't have. There's a couple posts in the forum about it, but I've never seen any videos. So if somebody goes and searches Challenger gas cap sticking, this is the fix. So when I first bought this thing, this bike was so bad that I actually had to stick a credit card or a key down there to actually lift this up because there was so much suction inside the tank. So the cause of that, pop it. So I haven't opened this in a while and I haven't ridden it for a while, so it might not do it. Yep. So there you go. So as you can see, the gas cap gets stuck. So go around here, see if you can see it. See down in here, you see this little pinhole here. And if you look up here, you'll see a little grommet. So what you need to do is, actually, let me get a little bit of light in here. We'll come back to that. All right, there we go. All right, so you can see you have the grommet on your gas cap right here, and so that vents out. And then if you look down here, you'll see a little pinhole right there. And as you can see, that pinhole is not perfectly centered. So the idea is when your gas cap's shut, this will go right over that and center it and it'll relieve the pressure. Obviously, like you said, if you look online, you can see that that pinhole is drilled in slightly different locations. So what we're going to do is move it over towards the center a little bit. You can drill it, but then you have shaving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of safety wire, heat it up with the torch, and just pop it right down there in the middle, and hopefully get it right in the center of this thing and cure that problem. So what I'm going to do is to kind of find the center of it. I just have this DC Force, just some dielectric grease. You can pretty much use whatever you want. And I just put it around the edge of that. So we're going to close this. As you can see, the center is actually right there. So not even really any closer. So actually I don't have the safety wire, that size safety wire I want. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this tip here, this pick, heat this up with a torch, and pop it right down the center of my mark. So basically where you at, got a little torch here. Go see away from the bike. Get the tip out. I come right down here. Right there in the middle. So obviously, so the little plastic ring will come off with this. So you don't touch that. But the end result, as you can see, is we have our nice flush hole right there in the center. So obviously it's a piece of plastic and it's hollow on the inside. So you just push the pick in until it basically just breaks free. Push in just a little bit more. But there we have no shavings. And now we have this thing that can actually vent. So when you go to get gas, you should be able to just pop it up. Like I said, not every Challenger has this issue, but the ones that do, here's your quick and easy fix. And that's it for this one. Actually, I lied. While I had the GoPro out, might as well give you guys a little review on these bag lights. So these are custom dynamic saddlebag lights. They are turning a little bit yellow, but my main issue was, I think it's all gone now. Yeah, most of it's gone. If you remember my Daytona video, I got stuck in a ton of rain, and these actually completely filled up with moisture on the inside, and they still had moisture in them up until a couple days ago. So I figured what I would do is I'd reach out to Custom Dynamics. I actually bought these at my local dealership, but I didn't have the receipt or anything like that for them. So I sent pictures to Custom Dynamics. They did ask for receipts and all that stuff, explained to them the situation I was in. So what they actually did was they overnighted me a fresh set of bag lights. So these are just the bag lights. So then I'll just pop these off, and I don't have to redo any wiring because I'll just undo the wiring here, and then I'll throw these back on. So the customer service is actually really good. I have absolutely no complaints with them. I don't think it's a very common issue with getting water in these lights. I think that's kind of an anomaly, but either way, pretty easy to deal with. So we'll throw these on real quick, and we're good to go. Obviously, these are some with 3M tape. You can kind of put a heat gun in the back of here, but these are actually coming off oddly easy. There you go. Get some of this residue off here. Nah, I might need a heat gun for this. Yeah, I'll grab my heat gun. But then up here, you just have your connector, like you're gonna take the bags off. And I really don't want to take these bags off. And hopefully this connector can fish through my back support brackets, because like I said, I really don't want to take the bag off. Come on. I may be taking the bag off. Oh, let's see here. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. Alright, so there's one light. As you can see, it did kind of discolor just a little bit, so there might have been a defect with this batch or something like that. But I'm going to get this residue off, do the same thing with the other side, and throw the new lights on. So for you guys installing these moving forward, obviously the connector is under the seat. That ties into your factory taillights if you still have them, which I don't. But basically, you can close and latch this. Make sure this is latched the second time, otherwise your lid's going to be off. But you pretty much basically just figure out about where you want it. That looks pretty even, so you want a nice even gap all the way around here. And then wipe this down with isopropyl alcohol. We take our tape off the back of this. Alright, put the tape off. Like I said, basically, just gonna hold it up here. Get her nice and even. So you have a nice even gap all the way across like that. And then you're just gonna run your wire back on up through. Easier said than done. Struggle bus over here. This would have been easier if I would just take the bags off. I don't want to do that. Obviously, if you don't have these carbon bag brackets, this is a non-issue. Alright, that was done. And then we'll move on to the second one. And there we have it. Part of me thought about doing what Kyle over at Forever Red does. He puts the Kellerman turn signals down here, but I kind of do like just to look at the bag lights. So Challenger's good to go for a little bit. There is something in the mail that's about the size of this coming. Should be here in a week or so. So I'll do a detailed video on reinstalling that. This pig is most likely getting a quick shifter here shortly. Translogic, I believe, is the company. It's working with TOS. So we're going to work on a quick shifter for this thing, as well as redo the plugs and air filter because it's got like 17,000 miles on it. So it's time to look at that. So I'll do a video on that one. This one is getting a shift light most likely from the guy down in Hawaii who has the world's fastest Scout. But he wants some data on. Turn this off. Alright. He wants some data on that. So since I'm putting the quick shifter in that, the way it works with the coils, I don't think I want to mess with that. I don't want to be the guinea pig for piggybacking the coils with the quick shifter and shift light. So I'm going to put it on Melissa's bike. Obviously she doesn't have a tack, so I can set it to where when she's riding aggressively, it'll kind of come on a little bit before redline. So I'll also do a video on that for this. And then this pig is just doing fork seals. There's no reason to do a video because it's an ancient bike and there's already a ton of information. So enjoy your weekend, guys. Thanks for watching.